I hope you all watched the previous videos. Let's start the session. A third chapter, measuring device and tools. Okay. Which of the following is a direct measuring tool? That is steel rule. Okay. You can see in the picture. Direct measuring instrument determine the actual dimension and size of the workpiece. Okay. Examples are steel rule, unit caliper, micrometer, and etc. Okay. The value of one thimble scale division in metric micrometer is, that is 0.01 mm. Okay. The micrometer works on the principle of screw and nut. Okay. The longitudinal moment of spindle during one rotation is equal to the pitch of the screw. Okay. So you can see here the micrometer. Okay. So this is the thimble. Okay. And this part is the sleeve. Okay. This is the anvil. Okay. So the work is placed in between this spindle and anvil. Okay. This is the U frame. Okay. And ratchet stop. Okay. You may get questions. Okay. The least count of steel rule in inches. That is none of the above. Okay. You may get confused. Okay. So the steel rule least count is 0.5 mm. Okay. 0.5 mm. But here we are asking in inches. Okay. That is 1 by 64 inch. Okay. Steel rule is a steel rule is a measuring tool. Okay. The steel rule is used to measure distance or to rule straight lines. Okay. Least count of steel rule is 0.5 mm we have discussed. It is a straight edge with equally spaced markings along its length. Okay. It is available in different lengths. The common sizes being 150 mm, 300 mm, and 600 mm. Okay. The steel rule is graduated in 10 mm, 5 mm, 1 mm, and zero point 0.5 mm. The reading accuracy of the steel rule is. Here, the reading accuracy means least count of the steel rule, that is 0.5 mm. Okay. And the steel rule is made up of stainless steel or spring steel. Okay. I'll write down here material is stainless steel or spring steel. Okay. SPRING, spring steel. Okay. What is the length of narrow blade? That is 60 mm. Okay. Which of the following is used for checking the level of machine from sea level? That is spirit level. Okay. You can see in the image, you can observe different types of spirit levels here. So the middle one is for horizontal. Okay. This is for vertical. This is for inclined measurements. Okay. Okay. Spirit level is an instrument designed to indicate whether surface is horizontal or vertical. Okay. And here the plumb bob. Okay. Plumb bob is a pointed weight attached to the end of the string and is used to find a vertical reference line. Okay. You majorly observe this plumb bob in house constructions, right? I think you all may aware of this plumb bob. Okay. And next one is crowbar. Okay. Crowbar is commonly used to open nailed wooden crates. Okay. It consists of a metal bar with single flattened and curved points. Okay. What is determined while measuring a component? That is actual size. Okay. When measuring a component, actual size is determined. The size based on which the dimensional deviations are given is called basic size. Okay. The extreme permissible sizes within which the operator is expected to make the component is called limits of size. Okay. The difference between the maximum limit of the size and the minimum limit of the size is called tolerance. Okay. Keep that in mind. Steel rule is made of, we have discussed, that is stainless steel. Okay. Sensitiveness of the spirit level depends upon, it depends upon the curvature of the glass tube. Okay, few more are there. I will write it down here. Okay. The first one is the radius of curvature of the glass tube. Radius of curvature of glass tube. Okay. The second one is length of the bubble. Okay. Length of the bubble. Third one is diameter of the bubble. Okay. And fourth one is viscosity and surface tension of the liquid. Okay. Viscosity and surface tension of liquid. Okay. Of the liquid. Okay. And the fifth one is smoothness of the finish of the tube's internal surface. Okay. Fifth one is smoothness of the finish of the finish of the tube's tube's internal surface. Okay. And the sixth one, that is length of one division. Okay. Okay. Keep that in mind. The following is a line standard of measurement, that is measuring tape. Measuring tape is a flexible ruler used to measure length or distance. Okay. It is made of materials like fiberglass, cloth, plastic, metal ribbon, or a strip. Okay. It is marked in centimeters and inches. Okay. It is consist of a case, thumb block, blade or tape, hook, and sometimes a belt clip. Okay. The hook located at the end of the tape comes in handy when measuring hard surfaces. Okay. Error of measurement. Error of measurement. It is true value minus measured value. Okay. Steel rule is under. Steel rule is a linear measurement. Okay. Linear measuring instruments are designed to measure the distance between two surfaces or points. Okay. Vernier caliper, micrometer, steel rules are linear measuring instrument. Okay. And protractors, clinometers, sine bars, and spirit levels are angular, angular measuring instruments. Okay. The steel rule is available in the size that is among the options that is C of 300 mm. Okay. 150 mm, 300 mm, 600 mm, and 1000 mm are available. Okay. Which one of the following is the hardest cutting tool material? Everyone knows that is diamond. Okay. The hardest cutting tool material is diamond. Cemented carbide is harder than tool steel but less tough. Okay. Cubic boron nitride, cubic boron nitride hardness is next to diamond. Okay. Hardness of ceramics is more than the hardness of cemented carbide but less tough. Okay. And hardness of the diamond is around 70,000 to 80,000 Newton per mm square. I'll write it down here. Hardness of diamond is 70,000, sorry, 70,000 to 80,000. Okay. Newton per mm square. Okay. Name the part marked X in the figure. Okay. So here, this is what they are asking for. Okay. The part marked X in the figure is eye hole. Okay. So I will tell you the parts of hammer. Okay. Parts of hammer. Uh, First one is face. Okay. Second one is ball peen. Okay. Third one is cheek. Okay. Fourth one is eye hole. Okay. The face is it is the striking portion. Okay. You can observe here. Okay. A slight convexity is given to the face. Okay. To avoid digging of the edge. Okay. This is face. Okay. And peen is it is used for shaping and forming works. Okay. You can observe here. This is peen. It can be used for shaping and forming works. Okay. And the cheek that is middle part. Okay. Middle part of the hammerhead. Okay. It is cheek. Eye hole we have discussed. That is the X mark here. So you can observe here. This is the eye hole. Okay. It means for fixing the handle. Okay. This is handle. Okay. So here the answer is eye hole. 1 meter is equals to how many mm? That is 1000 mm. Okay. Least count of an engineer's steel rule is. We have discussed it before. 0.5 mm. Okay. Which of the following statement is true for a steel rule? Marking instrument, precision instrument, checking instrument, direct reading measurement, measuring instrument. So option D is right. Okay. For TIG welding, commonly used gas is that is argon. Okay. Shielding gas serves to blanket the weld and excludes the active properties in surrounding air. Okay. It is a process that produces an electric arc maintained between a non-consumable tungsten electrode and part to be welded. Okay. You can observe the TIG welding image here. Okay. This is the tungsten electrode. Okay, I'm not gonna mark anything in the image. You may get confused. Okay, just look at the representation. Okay, you may understand. Which tool is used as linear measurement? That is steel rule. Okay, the reading accuracy of engineer's steel rule is, that is 0.5 mm. So these questions are repetitive, right? So you may know how much important they are. A linear measurement device, that is steel rule. Okay, sensor meter is used in which work? Sensor meter is used to check the difference between two mating parts. Okay, that is option A. A scale in which the distance between graduations is proportional to the value of that graduation is called, that is called linear scale. Okay, steel rule is made of, so that is spring steel. Okay, spring steel or stainless steel. Okay, I'm writing here, or stainless steel. Okay, shrink rule is used to, shrink rule is used to pattern making. Okay, it is a special type of rule which is used to ease pattern making. Okay, it looks like a simple rule, just the graduations on it is bigger than a simple rule. Okay, you can see in the picture. Okay, the graduations are bigger in shrink rule. Okay, because shrinkage allowance is added to each division of the shrink rule. Okay, you can observe the percentage of the shrink. Okay, that is graduated on the steel rule. Okay, which rule is used to check the zigzag surface, that is steel tape. Okay, because it is a flexible tape. Okay, it can give you accurate results at any temperature, and it designed to withstand more wear and tear than fiberglass tapes. Okay, can see here. Okay, during marking reference surfaces met by, so marking table is used as a reference surface for marking on workpiece. Okay, so you can see here the marking table. Marking table are made of cast iron or granite and are available in various sizes. Okay, and these tables are also used for setting measurement, measuring instruments, and for checking sizes, parallelism, and angles. Okay, which type of rule is used for marking and measuring during work on hard job and pattern by blacksmith? That is shrink rule. Okay, it is a special type of rule which is used to ease pattern making or case box. Okay, it looks like a simple rule, just the graduations on it bigger than a simple rule because shrinkage allowance is added to each division of the shrink rule. Okay, we have discussed it before, right? From the concept of marking tool, the first question is, witness marks are made using which punch? That is 60-degree prick punch. Okay, so there are three types of punches are there. Okay, that first one is center punch. Okay, and point angle here. So the point angle of center punch is 90 degrees. Okay, and uses are is for locating the center of hole. Locating center of hole. Okay. And next one is dot punch. Okay. That is 60 degree. Okay. And these punches are used to make witness marks. Okay. Witness marks on scribed lines. Okay. Witness marks on scribed lines. Okay. And the third one is prick punch. The angle is 30 degree. Okay. So it is used for making light punch marks needed to positive drivers. Okay. Light punch marks needed to positive drivers. Okay. Positive dividers. Okay. So you can remember, okay, by alphabetical order C, T, P. Okay. So 90 degrees, 60 degrees, 30 degrees. That's written like this. Okay. C means center, that is 90 degrees, that is the big point angle. Okay. Dot punch means 60 degree, prick punch means 30 degree. Okay. Alphabetical order. And this is decreasing order. Okay. Okay. You may get confused. That's why I'm saying the shortcut. Okay. So you can see, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. So here 90 degree you can observe this is the center punch, 60 degree that is dot punch, and 30 degrees prick punch. Okay. Which one of the following is not a type of punch? That is porch punch. Okay. Remaining three we have discussed, right? What is the point angle for center punch? So we remember the alphabetical order, right? So C, D, P, C for 90 degrees. Okay. So in the option C, 60 or 90 degrees is given. So option C. Tools used for marking of any job are known as that are marking tools. Okay. Which of the following is a type of divider? That is spring type divider and film type divider. Okay. So you can see in the picture that is spring type divider. Okay. And the next three that is thin joint type divider. Okay. And these dividers are an important instrument used for marking your work. Okay. It is similar to calipers, but its legs have sharp points. Okay. You can observe here. Okay. These are sharp points here. Okay. Which of the following is an indirect measuring tool? That is inside caliper. Okay. Indirect measuring tool transfer the measurement from the workpiece to the direct measuring instrument. Okay. Then the comparison is made. Okay. Examples of indirect measuring tools are dividers, calipers, surface gauges. Okay. The point angle of center points. that is 90 degree. Okay. V blocks are available in grade of A and B. Okay. A grade V blocks are made from high quality steel. Okay. B grade V blocks are made from closed grain cast steel. Okay. A block A grade V block is A grade. I'll write A grade V block are made from high quality steel. Okay. And B grade V block are made from closed grain cast iron. Okay. So remember these two. Okay. These are the important ones. You may get questions from this. Okay. Grade A V blocks are made from high quality steel. B grade V blocks are made from closed grain cast iron. Okay. V block of grade A is more accurate and grade G is used for general works. Okay. V blocks are used to hold the workpiece during drilling and it is made of cast iron. Okay. And V blocks are generally used for cylindrical workpieces to check their roundness or marking centers. Okay. Scriber is made of. Scriber is a hand tool used in metalworking to mark lines on workpiece. Okay. Prior to machining, scriber is made of high carbon steel. Okay. Surface plates are made of. Surface plates are made of fine grained cast iron. Okay. Surface plate is used to find the flatness of other surface or to provide a truly flat datum surface in making of work for machining. Okay. V block is used to hold round bar. It has a V groove which is usually 90 degrees. Okay. Which scraper is also called bearing scraper. That is half round. Okay. Scrapers are mostly used in manufacturing industry for removing unnecessary material from workpiece. Okay. Scraper is used to remove unnecessary material. Okay. Material from workpiece. Okay. You can see the different types of scrapers here in the image. Okay. Flat scraper, half round scraper, three square scraper. Okay. Bullnose scraper, two-handed scraper, hook scraper. Okay. These are the different types of scrapers. Okay. Half round scraper is found in a semicircular shape. Okay. The instrument used for big circle marking is that is triangle. Okay. So you can see in the image, okay, the triangle points at used for laying out circles that are too large. Okay. Triangle are used for measuring distance between 2 points that are too great to be reached with divider. Okay. Which system is a system of marking that is layout. Okay. A layout indicates where a structure needs to be placed on your plot. Okay. Sandbar is made of Sandbar is made of stabilized chromium steel. Okay. Sandbar consists of a hard precision ground body with two precision ground cylinders fixed at the ends. Okay. Sandbar is used to measure angle very accurately. The angle point of the scribe is it is 15 degrees to 20 degrees. You can see in the picture, this is the scriber that we are holding on right hand. Okay. Scriber is a handy tool used in metal work to mark lines on workpiece. Okay, prior to machining. The process of using a scriber is called scribing. It is used instead of pencils or ink lines because the letters are handy to see. Okay, and easily erased. They are a rod with a tip made of cast. Okay, the tool used for laying out large circles we have discussed, that is Dremel. Okay, V block usually has an angle of that is 90 degree. You can see in the image. Okay, this is the V-shaped one, right? This is V-shape. So the angle is 90 degrees. Okay, the point angle of scribe rays that is 12 to 15 degrees. Okay, a 100 mm long nominal size V block capable of clamping workpiece between 5 to 90 mm in diameter and of grade A will be designated as. So answer is option A. Okay, here 100 is length. Okay, I'll write it down here. L equals to 100. Okay, and dia equals to D equals to 5 to 90. That is mentioned here, right? So A means A grade. Okay, grade A. Okay, first one is length and next diameter and the grade. Okay, scratch out shown in the figure is used to draw deeper lines. Okay, scratch all is a woodworking layout and point making tool. Okay, it is used for woodwork. Okay, and the scratch all is basically a steel spike with its tip sharpened to a fine point. Okay, carpenters will use this scratch out results to create lines that guide a handsaw or chisel. Okay, woodworking layouts. Okay, woodworking layout. Okay, identify the making tool that is used to draw the line on sheet surface as shown in the figure. That is scriber. Okay, we have discussed it before, right? Scriber is a marking tool that is used to draw the line on sheet surface. Okay, scriber is made from a rod of hardened and tempered tool steel. Okay, it is made of hardened and tempered tool steel. Okay, hardened and tempered tool steel. Okay, and the scriber is ground to fine point at one or both ends. Okay, the point angle of the scriber is 12 degrees to 15 degrees. This is also we have discussed it. Okay, the marking tool shown in the following figure is used to mark impressions up to 20 mm radius on sheet metal. Identify the tool that is divider. Okay, Which of the following method of marking is used for marking of an irregular shape jobs? That is centerline method. Okay. So there are many methods for working. The first one is centerline method. Okay. This method is used on odd shaped irregular jobs. Okay. Odd shaped irregular jobs. Okay. And an imaginary line is drawn in such type of job for marking, and other lines are drawn on its basis. Okay. And the second one is marking by template. Okay. Here in the option C. And this is used for quick marking in mass production. Okay. Quick marking in mass production. Okay. And the third one is datum line method. Okay. Datum line is a reference line from which all other lines are marked. Okay. Okay. It is a reference line. It is a reference line. Okay. From which all other lines are marked. Okay. In datum line method of marking, finished surfaces are inclined at an angle of, that is 90 degrees. Okay. You can see in the image. Okay. These two are the datum lines. So this is the horizontal one, horizontal datum line, and this is the vertical. Okay. Vertical datum line. So just like an XY axis. Okay. Datum line is a reference line from which all other lines are marked. Okay. For most components, two datum lines are required, one horizontal and other vertical. Okay. The intersecting point provides the common position. Okay. Which of the following punches is used at the point of contact of two lines for marking? That is dot punch. Okay. Dot punch is used at the point of contact of two lines for marking. Okay. Dot punch is molded of cast steel and its pointer has 60-degree angle. We have discussed it, right? It is used to make witness mark for the permanent marking. Okay. Solid punch is used to make hole in the sheet, and these holes are not accurate in size. Okay. The main disadvantage of glass surface plate is its brittleness. Okay. Its surface, made up of glass, is of 4 to 8 micron finish. Okay. It is lightweighted so that easily movable from one place to other. It is not used in punching operation because it may break. Okay. It is also not affected by environment. The main disadvantage of glass surface plate is its brittleness. Okay. Which of the following angle plates is most commonly used in workshops? That is a solid angle plate. Okay, you can see different types of angle plates here. Okay, a solid angle plate, adjustable angle plate, box type angle plate. Okay, slotted type angle plate. Okay, so solid angle plate is it most commonly used plate in workplace. Okay, in workshops. And adjustable angle plate. This angle plate is available to support the job at different angles. Okay, that is swivel. Okay, I'm talking about the swivel angle plate here. Okay, and the box angle plate is it has four faces. You can see in the picture. Okay, this plate has all the faces at 90 degrees to each other. Okay, and last one is slotted type angle plate. This type angle plate has slots on both surfaces. Okay, it is used when the support is needed while marking on the job. Okay, the length of the scriber varies from the length of the scriber varies from 150 to 200 mm. Okay, and the scriber point is varies from 12 degrees to 15 degrees. Okay, for scribing lines, the scriber is used as a pencil so that the lines drawn are closer to the straight edge. Okay, the point of the scriber should be ground and hardened. Okay, which marking tool is used for drawing a circle? That is dividers and the trammel. Okay, both A and B. Okay, trammel is used for scribing large circles. Okay, this also we have discussed it in the previous slides. Okay, trammel has marking in inches and millimeters with its friction. Okay, a parallel block is commonly made from. A parallel block has rectangular shape with a different length and breadth of carbon steel block, which is hard, tempered, and grinded. Okay, it is commonly made from steel, cast iron, granite. Okay, it is used to place under the finished job so that the lower surface of job keep parallel to the machine table. Okay, it is also used for lifting the job up to the required height. Okay, which of the following is used for moving up and down of scriber in a fixed surface case? That is rocker R. Okay, you can see in the image. Okay, different parts in the universal marking block. Okay, this is the scriber here. Okay, this is scriber. Okay, and this is the rocker R. Okay, okay, in the next picture we may get the clarity here. Okay, here you can see this is the rocker R. Okay, so this is scriber here, black one. Okay, so you can understand by the image, right? The rocker R can move up and down of the scriber. Okay, in a fixed surface case. Okay, the base of universal surface case is made of cast iron. Okay, in universal surface case or universal scribing block, pillar is not fixed at base. Okay, the base of universal surface case is made up of cast iron. The lock nut is used for adjusting of scriber. Okay, universal surface case done fine marking as compared to the fixed scribing block or fixed surface case. Okay, what is the hardness of grade B V block? That is 180 to 220 HP. Okay, these V blocks are not so accurate as grade A V blocks. Okay, we have discussed, right? These blocks are used for general machine shop work. Okay, these are available up to 300 length. Okay, these are made of grain cast iron. Okay, what is the hardness of grade A V block? That is 650 to 700. Okay, so these blocks are more accurate and available only up to 100 length. Okay, they are made of high quality steel. Okay, made of high quality steel. Okay, a hollow punch is used for making hole in soft materials like leathers, gas cutting sheet, non-ferrous metals. So all of these have. Okay, Identify the part marked as X in the displayed surface plate. That is a rib. Okay. Option B. Okay. Surface plate is generally square or rectangular in shape. It is made of cast iron, uh, granite, or glass. Okay. Its upper surface and sides are made accurately finished by scraping. Okay. It is used to test the flatness of other surface or to provide a truly flat lateral surface in marking work. Okay. Identify the punch shown in the figure. That is wad punch. Okay. Option C. Okay. A wad punch is used to cut circular hole in soft material. Okay. Cut circular, sorry, circular hole in soft material. Okay. In soft material. Okay. An angle plate is measured by length, breadth, and height. Okay. Option D. In an angle plate, a slot is cut. It is cut for tightening nut with bolt. Okay. So option A. Solid angle plate is suitable for supporting workpieces during layout work. Okay. Slotted type angle plate is comparatively bigger in size than the solid angle plate. Okay. And these are used for setting a job in machine shop. Identify. So solid type parallel blocks. These are okay. Solid type parallel blocks. They are available in a set of two having same length, breadth, and height. Okay. Solid parallel blocks are available in two grades, grade A and grade B. Okay. A grade is used in tool room, B grade is used in machine shops. Okay. Match the following center punch to mark extra thick marks for giving better position to drill. And that is C. Okay. Here C. Dot punch. That is punching off observed points. That is here. Okay. And prick punch to make light lines for giving right position to the divider leg. That is option B. C A B. Option A. Okay. The legs of a divider are the legs of a divider are uniformly pointed. Okay. So dividers are the tools used for measurement in geometry. Okay. Dividers are used for scribing circles and also for taking off and transferring dimensions. Okay. The legs of divider are uniformly pointed. Okay. As shown in the following figure, this kind of punch is used for fine marking. Identify. So 30 is for prick punch. Okay. We discussed that C, D, P, right? C for center, that is 90 degree. D for dot, that is 60. Prick punch, 30. Okay. So option C, that is prick punch. Okay. The angle of prick punch is 30 to 60 degrees. Okay. The 30-degree prick punch is used for marking light marks and drawing a curve. Okay. 30-degree prick punch is used for soft metals such as brass, copper, and aluminum. Okay. The 60-degree frequency is for marking witness marks. Okay. The purpose of a universal marking block is that is to identify the center of round roll. Okay. And the purpose of universal marking blocks are it is used to draw parallel lines of base on the job surface. Okay. To find out the center of circle or cylindrical jobs and for doing the job in lathe machine. Okay. Punch shown in the figure is used on the metal for marking the center point at which the hole will be made identified. Here it is 90-degree. It is showing, right? So it is a center punch. Okay. What is the purpose of label B in the V block shown in the following figure? Okay. This part. This part is used for clamping. Okay. And these inclined surfaces are there, right? So these two are called V flanks. Okay. V flanks. Okay. This horizontal surface is known as top face. Okay. Top face. And these sides are called as side face. Okay. Side face. Okay. This clamping slots are there, right? So groove for clamp. Groove for clamping. Okay. Which type of V block is shown in the following figure? That is single level double groove. Okay. So option B. Okay. Single level double groove. And I'll show you here four types of V blocks are there. Single level, single groove. Okay. So groove, single groove is here. These are the grooves. If one slot is your appear, that is single groove. Okay. Single level means this one. Okay. If we observe on top and bottom, that is double level. Okay. If you observe only on top, that is single level. Okay. So here single level double grooves. See, these are double grooves and single level. Okay. So match by V blocks. Okay. This is similar pair of V blocks. Okay. Which type of V block is shown in the following figure? That is double level single groove. That is option C. Double level single groove. Right. Identify the instrument in the following. We know that is trammel. Okay. Trammel has 15 to 50 centimeter long round or flat rod known as beam or a trammel bar. Okay. This is trammel bar. Okay. Two sliding hands are attached to its beam and can be set at any place by screw fixed with head. Okay. These are sliding hands. Okay. Okay. These are two. Precise instrument are used on the table shown in the following figure. Identify the table. That is surface plate. Okay, option B. Okay, this is surface plate. Surface plate is used to test the flatness of other surface or to provide a truly flat data surface in marking off. Okay, surface plate is available in many sizes, but generally 50 by 50. Okay, 50 by 50 centimeter square and 100 by 100 centimeter square surface plates are sizes are used. Okay, it is available in thickness thickness of 2.5 centimeter to 7.5 centimeters. Okay, which angle plate can be set at any angle as shown in the following figure. We have discussed it in previous slides, right? That is swivel base angle plate. Okay, option C. Okay, swivel base angle plate can be set at any angle easily. Okay, it is used to support the job at any angle. Okay, and box angle plate has all the faces at 90 degrees to each other. Okay, we discussed it in the previous slides. Detail. Identify the scriber shown in the following figure. That is adjustable scriber. Okay, option D. Okay, the length of this type of scriber can be increased or decreased according to the need. Okay, it contains an empty sleeve which carry knurling in outside part. Okay, and the wire of scriber go inside the sleeve with the help of nut. Okay, identify pocket scriber from the following. So option C is a pocket scriber. Okay, option C is the pocket scriber. Pocket scriber is held formerly in the handle by a null chuck and when not in use can be reversed into the handle and locked by the chuck. Okay, in pocket scriber the hexagonal shaped head prevents rolling. Okay, the punch shown in the figure is available in 60-degree and 90-degree and is used for fine and correct marking. Okay, identifier. So this is automatic punch. Okay, this is automatic punch. It is a modern punch, and while using it, there is a no need to strike hammer over punch head. Okay, its point is of 60 to 90 degrees. Okay, 60-degree or 90-degree. Okay, point. It is used for fine and accurate marking. Okay, the quality of strike can be adjusted by rotating its cap fitted to back. Okay, pin punches are used for making holes in cylindrical jobs. Pin punches are available in the following set of pins. It are 5 pins. Okay, option A. Okay, pin punches are used for making holes in cylinder job. Okay, cylindrical jobs. It is also used to draw out the dovetail pin from the job. Okay, pin punches are available in the set of 5 pins. Okay, its edge is not pointed but have cylindrical pin. Okay, the material of a surface plate is that is fine grained cast iron. Okay, option B. And few more are there, right? Granite and glass also there, or or granite or glass. Okay, Surface plate is generally square or rectangular in shape. Okay, upper surface and sides of the surface plate are made accurately finished by scraping. Okay, why end stop is used with any V block to prevent the fall of V block load and axial movement. That is option D. Okay, and the U clamps are used to fix the job tightly in the V block for machining purposes. Okay, which point is correct with relation to the specification of V block? That is length of V block. Okay, V block is available in the following grades. That is A and B. Okay, we had discussed it, right? So grade A these blocks are more accurate and available up to 100 length. Okay, they are made up of high quality steels. Grade B is these V blocks are not accurate as grade A. Okay, and these blocks are used for general machine shop works. Okay, material of B grade V block is that is fine grained cast iron. Okay, arms of solid angle plate are made at an angle of that is 90 degree. Okay, this scraper cutting edge helps to make point contact while scraping and also helps to remove small spots. Name the type of scraper. That is half round scraper. Okay, half round scraper. It is used to remove high spots in bore and bearing. Okay, this type of scrapers are widely used for scraping internal cylindrical surface and curved surface of plain bearing. Okay, its body is of a semicircular shape and has a cutting edge on both sides. Its cutting angle is between 45 to 65 degrees. Okay, cutting angle cutting angle is between 45 degrees to 65 degrees. Okay, what is the name of the angle denoted by A? That is rake angle. Okay, option C. That is rake angle. Okay, okay, I will represent all the angles here. Okay, okay, the first one here it is rake angle. Okay, this is rake angle. Okay, from this to this it is point angle. Okay, point angle. Okay, and from here to here that is clearance angle. Okay, clearance angle from the axis of the tool to the horizontal that is inclined angle. Okay, okay, inclined angle. Okay, point angle varies from 35 to 70 degrees. Okay, this is point angle 35 to 35 degrees to 70. Okay, and rake angle is up to 20 degrees. It is up to 20 degrees. Okay, and the clearance angle is about uh, 10 degrees. Okay, 10 degrees. Inclined angle is about 40 degrees. Okay, it may vary based on the work. Okay, this is not the final one. I will tell you the list. Okay, in the complete course of the theory class, I will let you know all these details. Okay, what is the name of scriber marked as 2 in the figure? And the second figure is that is adjustable sleeves scriber. Okay, option C. Okay, so adjustable scriber contains an empty sleeve which carry knurling in outside part. Okay, the wire of scriber go inside the sleeve with the help of nut. Okay, the length of the scriber can be increased or decreased according to need. Okay, one end of the bent scriber is straight and other is bent at 90 degree, but both are pointed. Okay, which type of rule is used for marking and measuring patterns and hard jobs handled by blacksmith? That is shrink rule. Okay, at the time of marking, shrink allowance would increase from real measuring. Okay, hook rule is used to get the measurement of on inside caliper. Okay, narrow rule is used to measure groove or hole. Okay, key seat rule is used to draw parallel lines. Okay, the size of the divider is specified by the. So the answer is option C, distance between the pivot and the point. Okay, so two types of dividers are there, right? Film joint divider and spring joint. Okay, typical locating device for cylindrical job used in jigs and fixtures, that is V blocks. Okay, V blocks are used for clamping as well as locating when faces are inclined up, that is up to 30 degrees. Okay, in marking media, copper sulfate needs to be handled carefully because it is poisonous. Okay,